welcome, and this time I've got the Season 2 champion, Hydra. So, Season 2 was definitely probably my best season. It had a lot more hits, it was a lot more exciting, and the bots that made into the finals were actually the 1 and 2 seed. So, I do have the bracket, just like the Season 1 bracket. I do have the Season 2, and this bracket's a lot more different. Up here, you can see part of my fringe is the 1 seed, and it just keeps going down. It beats Storm Chaser, but it did lose to Bronca. That was, believe me, that was a huge shock, but I saw it coming because French can't self-right, and Bronca was a flipper, big weakness. Bite Force did beat Saw Blaze, moving on to fight Bronca, where Bronca launched it out. Bronca got into a battle against Hydra, and Hydra won. Now over here, Hydra went up against Orbit, one of my favorite bots I've built, but it's not very active. It doesn't do good. And it was going to go up against, I thought, Torpedo for another rematch, but no, it went up to Witch Doctor, another rematch. And Hydra ended up winning, where I had to go up against Ghost Raptor, as Ghost Raptor beat Duck, Sal, and then it lost to Hydra, giving a Bronco versus Hydra the end of the flip-off. Now, Titan over here, he went from Death Roll to Black Dragon to Orion, however you pronounce it, and then ended up winning against Ice Wave to make it to the finals, where it eventually lost to Hydra. These bots right here did not really do what I wanted them to do. Now, Orion definitely was the better of them, but Hypershock, I actually thought it was going to do better. Lockjaw got absolutely split apart. And this was the quadrant that had a ton of upsets, in my opinion. Down here, we've got Whiplash and Gruff. I knew Gruff was going to win that. Aftershock versus Overhaul, knew that was going to happen. Ice Wave versus Rotator. I did not think Ice Wave was going to win that. Rotator has actually a really sturdy back wedge that it lost in the fight. It actually broke apart. That was insane. So then I was like, oh my gosh, it's possible that Ice Wave might actually win this tournament. But then I see that Tombstone wins, and I'm like, oh crap. Probably going to lose Tombstone. Nope. Rips the bar off Tombstone and ends up just splitting its top off. That's not going to happen this season because of how I rebuilt Tombstone. You'll see. And then you have Ice Wave over here versus Titan. Titan launched pretty much Ice Wave's bar off really early and just started kind of grinding down Ice Wave to where it can't move. And then the final, Hydra launched Titan out of the arena after Titan's frame pretty much gave out and resulted in Hydra as champion. That's the whole bracket. That was a long one. Although it's the same as the other one, I just went more in depth. Now, Hydra is definitely the best flipper I've built at the moment. You know, Bronco goes higher, but its flipper's weaker. This thing is just a brick, almost. And Hydra's really unable to self-right that much. It can, but it takes a lot of tries until it can eventually self-right. Right now, I don't know how Hydra's going to lose. You can see some battle scars over here, a little bit of chips. That will, that's going to play in a factor. It's front here, I'm not sure you can see it that well, but there's like scratches and scars across the black parts due to like when they fought Torpedo. Now, it's definitely one of the more powerful flippers I built, but it's definitely not the most. Bronco is the most. Now, Hydra, I did rebuild it for Season 2 to be more accurate, so it did not have any more squares here that got hit, and that's actually what killed it. It ripped pretty much the side of it apart. The flipper, I have not had a single problem with. It's never come off in a fight so far. It is ridiculously powerful and very sturdy. It might come off in the season. It might. I see that happening for some reason. Now, although I can't control damage, I just see a bot getting, or like maybe even Ice Wave getting a nice hit right here, and without that, this flipper's gone. So, as you know, it's won the Season 2. It is the defending champion, as it's already starting to fall apart when that piece comes off. So, yeah, I really hope this does not win again. But if it wins in our tournament. That's going to be different. It's going to have more of a Bite Force style reign in real life. Now, this bot definitely has a lot more durability than Bronco, as it can drop multiple times and never really have a piece break off except for the forks, which are probably the weakest part of the bot. This thing up here, if these get chopped off, the back parts start coming apart, and the weapon will finally come off. But that's very rare that those will come off. Now, that's really all I have to say about Hydra. You know, it does really good. And it should make it to the quarterfinals, if not the finals again. So, see you next time in the next video. And yeah.